Hey, what's going on, guys? The Horror Man back with the 10th episode of my TV SCAREies. The TheHORRORman's TV SCAREies is a series in which I discuss horror-themed episodes of TV shows that are not typically horror-themed. The episode I will be discussing in this video is not specifically horror-themed, but it definitely has a big horror element. Not only that, but it is important that I discuss this particular episode because it leads into two more horror-themed episodes from the same TV show. I will be discussing each of those episodes in the future. This one, though, is called Diane's Perfect Date, and it comes from my favorite sitcom of all time, Cheers. Diane's Perfect Date is from the first season of Cheers. Diane has just returned to the bar after a date that didn't go so well. Of course, Sam starts teasing her about it, which leads to Diane criticizing Sam's taste in women. After a typical back and forth between the two of them, they challenge each other. They each must find the perfect date for one another. Diane says she knows the perfect woman with whom to set up Sam. Sam believes this is Diane's way of finally admitting her feelings for him. He thinks she will show up alone, as Sam's perfect date. In return, he feels he will be Diane's perfect date. But that's not the case at all. It turns out Diane really does bring along a friend for the double date with Sam. When Sam realizes his mistake, he must scramble to find Diane the perfect date. He rushes to the pool room to see if anyone is there. Just then, a guy comes out of the bar bathroom. His name is Andy Schroeder, and Sam tells him the situation. Sam pays Andy $20 to pretend he's known him for a long time, and that this date has been planned. So Andy goes along with it, and accompanies them on the double date. As Sam, Diane, and their dates head out of the bar, Andy makes a comment that they can't go to a certain restaurant because he killed a waitress there. Diane starts to panic, but Sam assures her it'll be okay. Andy wasn't joking, though. Turns out, he has just been released from prison after serving years for murder. Sam has literally set Diane up with a homicidal maniac. This episode leads to two more horror-themed episodes in future seasons of Cheers. They get progressively darker, and I'll be discussing both of them in the future. But it all started with Diane's Perfect Date. Have you seen this episode? If so, what do you think of it? Comment below and let me know. Next week, the TheHORRORman's TV SCAREies will be taking a hiatus for Wild Eye Week. There will be no new episode of the series. However, we will be returning to our regularly scheduled programming the following week with another episode of the TheHORRORman's TV SCAREies. Thanks for watching, guys. Be kind. Subscribe.